I want to thank you for making this a priority. We're honored by your presence and thankful for your continued support. I think as most are aware, the Border Patrol has significantly reduced the number of illegal entries to historic lows. Specifically here in Yuma, for example, last month in Yuma sector, we made 186 arrests with 160 tracked illegal entries. Contrast that with May of 2022, where we had over 3,000 arrests in one single month. As a result, we have far fewer people who are risking their lives, who are making that choice to use the cartels to illegally enter the country. That number has significantly reduced. Yet we're still experiencing people attempting to illegally enter through remote and dangerous terrain, and that's why we're here today. We're here to promote our border safety initiative, which has been highly effective in reducing deaths along the border. With the help of the community and those gathered here today, we can spread the word further about why border security is important and what our fellow citizens can do to help reduce these preventable deaths and exploitation of people seeking to come to the United States. First off, our successes and challenges on the border impact nearly every aspect of life in every county and city throughout our country. From the food we consume, the products we use, to the access to illegal narcotics, border security is involved. And our ability to succeed in this challenging mission is dependent on cooperation from the community. US-based employers and companies who knowingly hire illegal labor are also responsible for driving the demand for human smuggling into the United States. Human smuggling that results in far too many deaths and far too much abuse, contrary to our values as a nation. In short, if you hire illegal labor, you are funding the cartels. As part of our success in reducing illegal entry, I would like to thank our agriculture community here in Yuma for their exemplary conduct in adhering to labor and immigration laws. Unfortunately, many people still believe that the American economy can't function without illegal aliens. However, the Yuma agricultural community has proven otherwise. These businesses utilize legal pathways to supplement their workforce with foreign workers who have been issued H-2A agricultural seasonal visas. There's no cap on the number of H-2A visas that can be issued to perform agriculture-related work, so long as companies can demonstrate that domestic labor is not available. So not only does that guarantee that each H-2A worker has been properly vetted, it also ensures that they do not needlessly place their lives in the hands of smugglers who force crossing through dangerous waterways, barren stretches of the desert along our border. This arrangement is a win-win for both the employee and the employer, as it ensures non-immigrant workers receive a fair wage, safe working conditions, and contributes to the economy on both sides of the border. And it fosters goodwill between both nations. So to our friends in the agricultural community who are committed to doing it the right way, thank you. Unfortunately, there are far too many employers who choose not to fill labor demands in line with our laws, instead choose to hire illegal labor. This single decision is what drives so much of the human smuggling we face, and it's preventable by companies simply using DHS's E-Verify system. The desire to cross illegally fuels the cartels as they make extensive profits off this type of organized crime. One of the cartel's tactics is they use foot guides or coyotes to guide people through the deserts, through the mountain ranges. These foot guides and the smugglers that bring them here do not care about their lives. They care solely off profiting off of them. And they will abandon them in an instant to save themselves. Our temperatures have already surpassed 100 degrees here in Yuma, and it's only April. Water is heavy and difficult to carry, so most people entering illegally, they simply don't carry enough water. And in the vast and east desert of Yuma, it's physically impossible to carry enough water to survive a multi-day journey. It's easy to get lost, especially when you've been abandoned by your foot guide. Extreme thirst and dehydration sets in quickly, which unfortunately leads to deadly outcomes. So because of these deaths and other tragedies that we face along the border, the U.S. Border Patrol back in 1998 created the Border Patrol's Search, Trauma, and Rescue Team, also known as BORSTAR. These agents are highly trained in advanced search and rescue techniques, and they're also highly trained in tactical emergency medical care. They've been involved in countless numbers of rescues over the years since their creation, and they continue to deploy in the areas where we are most likely to see rescue events so that they are prepared to respond and aid people who get lost. In 2017, we instituted the Missing Migrant Program. This is a technology-based intervention program that improves the chance of survival for those lost in the desert. We use a proactive approach like gatherings we have today to talk about the dangers of crossing the border and to dispel the lies of the cartel who promise safety and secure passage to people trying to come to the United States only to leave them in despair. And as a result, we've been very successful in reducing the number of rescues and deaths that have happened along our border. So the message is clear that for anyone who wants to come to the United States, do not use the criminal organizations to come here. If you do, you're risking your lives, as proven by the countless numbers of deaths and tragedies that have happened in the past. And if you do make that decision, we are going to apprehend you, and thanks to the support from the U.S. Attorney's Office, we can also assure you that you will be prosecuted for the crime of illegal entry into the United States. Our sector has 124 rescue signs throughout the desert area that shows the coordinates of their location and instructions on how to call 911 for assistance. We also have 24 rescue beacons, much like the one we have here today on display. These have a button that people can push to activate a signal